Hi everyone. Today I'm going to teach you next topic about transporting the workpiece one location to another location. This time, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to use the AGV transporter which carry on the workpiece transporting to another location. And so far, you have learned about how assign the worker to take a walk to one location and pick up the workpiece and carry on to another location. Everything you have done, you have known about. You need to use the object border and the worker pull and the worker press, right? This is important for the worker setup. This video, I bring you to create a new model. Going to the model, this model is this left side library. Click right button and new, create the model frame. New model frame. Rename this model is the old name. Rename to the new name is basic. It's basic. Basics AGV. Click OK. Actually, important thing, the important object, you need to press on the working space, right? It is short, right? And you need to assign transporter, right? Transporter in this system, in this process. You need to change about the part, MU part, right? Normally, previous video I use and set up the part, right? I drag dot from the left library in the branch part, right? It's a part, right? If you need to specific create a specific part, part A, part B. Okay, you're going to drag from the user object, right? That to the sort, right? And right now I will use the transporter, right? Transporter to the sort. The sorts can be feed the AGV, right? AGV vehicle to your process, right? Double click to the sort. You see about MU transporter in this brand box MU, right? MU. Okay. And step number two, you will use track. Right? You're going to plot the AGV go along with the track. You set up the track, right? It's a permanent text on the production line, right? Okay, this is the track, and the track is can be set up right in the conveyor, right? The conveyor, right? Is the two lane, okay, it's two lane track. Okay, right now I is going to use about track first. Okay, click on the track. It's set up here. Okay, sorry. Abroad. Okay, click again. And click on this. Go around here, right? And stop some location, and you need to create a curve, right? You press control and define radius. You use radius 2 meters. Okay, I think it's wider, right? It's wider, and it use more spread, right? And if you need to, okay, create it, reduce the spread smaller, you need to assign about the radius in this box, right? The radius I create is 1, right? Okay, this control, and you need to create a set, right? You release your hand out of keyboard, right? Going to here, click and control, and define made, right? Okay, in this box is remember about the previous value radius, right? Click, right, and go set. Click again, and control, click, control, control. Done. When you are done about creating the track, right? You click on finish on the dialog box again, finish, and you use the connector, connect to the start point, right? Okay, you can count off descent of the track, right, by using the grid, right? Grid spread. Grid spread is one spread is 1 made, right? And uh, how many descent, right? How many spread, right? You use, right? You count. You mean you're going to roughly create the descent of the track, right? It's roughly because we use the approximate, right? And you count off the point, grid point. Okay, it's 1 minute. Okay, the easy way to approximate, right? Create the descent of the track. This one, right? I connect to this, right? And we try to uh, simulation. Okay, this simulation created about a lot of HEV, right? All the HEV, right? Because the resort it never said it amount of the HEV one, right? And you never set up. You need to turn back to set up about the sort, right? Okay, I turn back, right? And double click on the sort. Okay, where is the bank box? Define the amount of the HEV, right? This here is over here, right? And right now it's going to set up right the default value, and the -1 means the unlimited amount of the HEV, right? That means why the previous simulation, the sort is feed the HEV a lot, right? A lot is considered as feed to the track, right? Okay, and right now I define just only one, and click OK again. Define this. Just only one, right? Only one, and stop over here. It is the end of the track, right? It's not considered as move along the track, right? Okay, right? And another thing you need to observe about how the simulation is, right? How the simulation simulate about HEV go along with the track, right? One thing, okay, stop over here, stop at the end of the track. Another thing you see about here, right? This is a skip over and or shorter the time, right? Okay, to save the time, right? Okay, some option defined by this option, skip wrong event interval. If you need to set up the HEV go around the track naturally, it's normally not cut off the time and go in the time really quick farther and skip over some step, right? If you don't need that, you click it off, right? You also keep a script wrong even interval, right? Okay, click here. Okay, right? Again, play. Sorry, turn backward. Okay, it's smoothing. Smooth, smoother from the previous, right? And then we have the symbol right there. Farther, skip over, right? Some step, right? This solve the problem number one. It solve the problem number two. It is stop at the end of the track, right? How to solve that problem? You're going to reset to the start point again. You need to take X at the end is go away out of the start point, right? You can use the manipulation is the track, right? You click on the track and click right button and show up the manipulator, right? Okay, zoom in, click on here, zoom in, right? Okay, you go it out, you go it out. Go it out and split out from the start point,
โอเคนะ
and
ครับเป็นไงบ้างครับ
you
ต่อ
link about that.
ต่อ
You link about that again using about connector, right? Click on here, click on here, right? After you connect the connector, the end to the start, right? You move back, you got it, this is the solution, right? Okay, going to this one again, and high, come back to high. Right now it's a manipulator, it's hidden. Okay, going to return and play again. Because there are smooth go along either track, right? Smoothly. Never have the skip over about using about the script. I forgot in the name. I can I skip wrong event. Okay, it goes aboard. I will plan the process, right? I will plan the process is I will use the HEV, right, vehicle, go around some location, need to pick up and loading the workpiece, right, to the HEV vehicle, right, interface by all of the workpiece by uh, the sort, right. I need to one sort more, right. Yeah. Okay, it's sort it fit the workpiece, the part, right, in the specific part, the general part, or whatever. I use this one sort, right, feed the sort to the vehicle, right, to the HEV, right, to the HEV. And to HEV, you can fix capacity and fix the speed, fix about the location, right? Where is the AGV should uh, be stopping somewhere in around of the sort, right? Okay, I need to one sort need to supply the part to the AGV, right? Because I have the AGV already, right? This one I move the transporter to the sort HEV sort. This is the part sort, right? Another way, another side of the track, right? I need add more object, right? Okay, I will use it buffer, right? The buffer is over here because I I will need the AGV to go along the track to another the opposite on another side of the track, right? And stop over here and unload the workpiece, unload the part to the buffer, right? And the buffer next to the buffer should have the station, right? Okay, should have the station. To have the station is the station can be working, can be fixed, can be assembled about some the workpiece, right? Keep on the buffer, the station. Okay, take the workpiece from the buffer to do something about the manual, automatic something, right? And up to you, you will set up the station. And another one should have about uh, yes, output drain, right? Okay, drain. Let me use the connector, connect buffer to the station, and the station to the drain, right? Write it. Next step, you should display the caption over here of the slot AGV. This one is the slot of the part, right? Okay, different slot to feed AGV to the process, right? Another is to feed the part to the process, right? You must display what the function, this one to do, this the function, this one another, right? Sort part to do in your process, right? You must show up is how it's different between the sort, right, and between the two sort, right? You're going to double click on here and set up sort AGV, right? Okay, I already set up, right? Sort, okay, sort AGV, right? Okay, right? You click on the other, set up the new name. If you behind of the source, become to part, right? It's part. Okay, right now I rename already and not yet shown up to display in the process, right? Uh, how do we do? To set up and display on the caption around of the model, around of the object, right? Okay, if you click on here, click right button, edit 3D property. Okay, you find out about caption and tick the option. The option display the caption around of the object, right? Okay, this one same thing. Edit property and caption and show up, right? You need to show up. You must stick on name and label activated. Click OK right here. Okay, uh, you see this. If you need to set up, right, and this one the amount of if two, right, and insert other interval, right, interval time, right, in the first one, the feed to the track, right, the process, and the process is one, and the second one, okay, waiting the time 5 seconds, right, and feed it to the process, right? Be the post process. And okay, if, you can define the period time and the grab time between is the first one and second one. Okay, follow up the first one, right, to the process. You can define the block is the interval 5 seconds. Apply here, right? Okay, pay something like that, something like that. Okay, very simple. And you see, if you notice, you never set up the connector to the source, right? Connect to the track, right? Okay, right now it never the connect together, right? Because I will set up and I will use about the new object, right? The new object never have in the toolbar, the general toolbar is over here, right? And this one is stay inside of the manage category. You must drag out to the tools, right? Under the tool menu, right? And you need to go into the home and click inside of the manage class library and find out at the tab library in the same location of the worker chart, right? And right now you click on the transfer station, apply, right, and click OK. okay. Okay, immediately. If you click on the transfer station inside of the manage card library, and right now it will pop up to the tab tools and appear on this tab tool. Inside of the tab tool show up the transfer station. You drag down to here, right? This is the special tool, special object. It can be used for loading the part, loading the part, right? The part to the AGV, right? It is the top of the AGV. The top of the AGV have the container receive the part is contained inside of the container, right? Based on the AGV, right? And this one, the transfer station, okay, get from the source part and transfer the object, transfer the part to the AGV, right? And this is the function of the transfer station. Transfer station is routing to the AGV, right? This is the function of the transfer station, right? Okay, and then down to here. And another, okay, you must that drop to the another buffer. Okay, this is stop and unload, right? You need to find out the stop location and the AGV stop somewhere and unload to the buffer. And this one you need to find out about the location, the location, right? The sensor, the AGV come apart, right? Come apart to it compares to about the this location sensor, right? You need to define the sensor location, right? Is stop, right? Stop position, right? Around in the transfer function, loading the part to the AGV, right? How to do that, right? I will show you. I will show you how to do that. And right now, you need to define the transfer block of the second stop point, right? Stop point of the AGV over here. Before that, before I define the location, right? Because you would click on here, right? You can define the stop location by using a power transfer station. And right now I need to adjust something because in the first time I define the length of the track, right? And freely and never have the plan about how what the length you should do. You should make this track, right? This track I don't consider about that before. I will right now I need to create a distance simple, simple the range, right? Can be counted on easy, right? Okay, I need to use the grid spread, right? The spread is one grid spread is 1 meter, the 1 meter, and this one, 2, 3. Let me count on the grid spread 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? 10 this here over here. Let me adjust some range, right, around of this area, right? This area in the track. The track is create the area. This length is not enough, right? I need to define the new length, right? Okay, I need to move over here. Like this. Okay. Move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? 10. Okay, this is 10 meter. Okay. Okay, 10 meg. I need to move to here. Right? Seven, 9, 10. 10 is this 10. Okay, let me culture. Edit 10. Okay, I define very simple to just counting. Counting the distance really easy, right? Okay, and this point I need to go a little bit far away from the original and the default. I created before. Right? Created before. Okay. You need to click on the track, right? Here, sorry, the track. The track, right? Okay, hide it. Okay, right now the manipulator tool is hidden already. Okay, double click on the track, right? Right now, the distance, right? The distance I define to 38.9. The 38.9 is the range of the track, right? Okay, to maybe you adjust a little bit, right here. On here, sorry, the track. Okay, double click. You got 42, right? 42. Okay, distance and the range allow of this area using about track, right? Track right, the track. Okay, the track identify the track. All right, uh, the track of the HEV. HEV being forced by the track. The HEV go along in the track direction is the track. In the track line, right? I cannot go out of the track line. Okay, the force, the distance for the direction by the track, right? Okay, double click on here. You find the transfer block, right? It's your loading, right? Because I told you about you use the transfer rotation, right? It can be loading about the part from the short part to the HEV, right? The HEV container, right? Okay, I will use load, right? And part form, so click at the three dot behind of this band, right? I use the short part, right? Click OK, right? Apply. Okay, load and form a target. The target is the AGV, right? Because it's the transfer the pick out from the short part and transfer the part to the AGV container. The AGV container is placed on the top of our AGV vehicle. Okay, I will need to set up about a track instead, because they will have the HEV directly. I use the track. Click OK, apply. Okay, okay, let's try again. Simulation. Okay, sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot to define the distance, right? 10 meter, right? 10 meter, right now. Because it's target, right? You need to define the sensor location, right? Okay, I was counting, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 before counting, and 10. Okay, press over here. I need to use the 10. This is the sensor detect distance, right? Distance along the track line. Apply. Okay, this is 10, right? This is 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's correct, right? 10. Remove it. The trend is over here. Okay, okay. Stop. Okay. Loading. Okay, the transfer function is loading the part from the source part to the HEV. Right? Okay, HEV go from here. They are loading. The HEV it could not unload, right? Unload the part to the second stop point, right? Because I didn't define the stop point, right? In front of the buffer, not yet completed. Okay, I need to turn back. I define this by the second transfer block, right? Second transfer block. I use unload instead because the first time I use the load. The load function already, right? In this side load load function. Okay, it makes sense, right? Another should be use the unload, right? The unload it from unload the part from track, right? From track. Okay, right? Distance. How many meter you choose define on the track for giving defining the stop point, right? The sensor location. How many meter from here is 10 meter, right? 10 meter. You count the sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, right? 11, 12, 13, past the 10, 13, 23. Right? Okay, it is try to 23, and the target to the buffer, right? The buffer. Okay, apply. Okay, this is 23. Here 23. It is loading. The transfer road pass to the HEV on the top. Unload. Okay, let me define 25 is better. Define over here, right? Okay, finish. Okay. Check on loading. 12 pass, right? Here 12 pass. Load. Okay, you see the buffer never have the buffer. I will have the path the content to the buffer anymore, right? Why not? Because it's a transfer from the track, right? It's unload from the track to the buffer, and right now they will have the paths stay and keep in into the buffer anymore. Why not? Okay, I will say that because okay, you click on here. The time process time use 10 seconds, right? And the unload time of the time of the AGV, is how long use the unload time one by one, right, to the buffer. Okay, you need to check it up about unload time and loading time, right? How long, right? You need to prove that. Okay, click reset and double click on the transfer station again. Transfer station. Okay, you're going to the tab time. I did the tab time. Okay, right now you found about this cost. I did the cost to the buffer. They will have the part stay and remain to the buffer anymore because use the 10 seconds or 10 seconds for the processing, the operating the product, right? At the station, right? Use manual, use semi-auto, use auto, whatever, and but use thing about 10 seconds for the processing time, right? And this one unload use the 10 processing time, right? Unloading time. Use the 10 and this is 10, right? Process time is 10. The process unload time or the unload time use the 10, 10, 10, right? Same. That means why you unload to use the 10 second and this you and the station and take the part to this station and take the time to 10 and this is 10 a new 10 second it come in and this is 10 second is operating. Okay, that means why I never have the part inside of the buffer anymore because you 10. Let me use 2 second. Okay, 2 second. This is the loading, right? Okay, I need to further when the transfer function, okay, loading one by one to the container of the AGV, right? This is AGV have the container on the top. Okay, and this one same thing. Going to the tab. Use just 2 seconds. Set. Okay, click already set up, right? Okay, I will return back and run again. Okay, further, right, and loading 12 parts to the HEV, right, and unload, right, use the 2 second unload time one by one, right. Okay, you still have, right, the buffer stay inside of the buffer, right, this is the part stay inside of the buffer. Okay, and right now your station is never been waiting about part, right, from the AGV anymore because the buffer stay in half, right, have the buffer, right, the spare waiting as a right, the standby the part, right, completed waiting the station. Okay, creating about part finish, right. Okay, this get the new one to do and to be operating again, right. I never have the best time to waiting to be waiting about the part from the AGV, right, because right now the buffer, okay, keep the part inside enough for loading to the station, right? The station use 10 seconds and the station done. Okay, new one come into the station again and done, come in again, right? You never read the AGV loading, right? Write the previous parameter setting. Okay, right now I keep 2 seconds to unload the unload the part to the buffer. Okay, you see, I think enough for using about one HEV, right? I think enough for using one HEV, right? You know, it no matter. using about 2, right? But because the buffers remain the parts stay inside of the buffer even if you use it 1 AGV, right? Okay, turn back. You click on here, use just only 1, right? Okay, you see only 1 AGV is enough, right? Enough for the buffer, enough for the buffer or not? Okay, it come in, okay, right? Okay, enough. And 1, okay, reduce, use the 10 second, waiting the AGVs, unload to the buffer again. Oh, okay. Right now it's perfect, right? Because the station never waited about the part that stay inside the buffer. It never waiting about AGV. Just okay, upload the new part from the buffer easier, right? Okay, another time using just only 1 AGV. When to look at your process, you didn't know about this one. What is the function that this block used to forward, right? Okay, you need to explain about the person, the people, look at your process. What is this? What the function this one to use, right? Okay, you need to define the name, right? Okay, define the name. Transfer station is in. Now define the name. Okay, this one defines out. Unload, right? You need to use out. And okay, click right button, display, and show up the caption, right? Okay, show up the caption like this. This one show up the caption. Show up the caption. Click right button, caption name. Okay, right here. And for so far you have known about this, right? Learn about this process, right? You define the unload time, loading time. You define the process time. Define the transfer station, right? And loading from where and where is the target of the transfer station, right? You define by the transfer block, right? Transfer station. For loading, later unloading, you define another transfer station out. You define the time, unload time. You define the target, where is the source, where is the part you need to unload from, right? Okay, and where is the target you need to unload to, right? Okay, you define the target, define the source, right? Okay, by using about ball. Now, what about uh, the capacity of the AGV vehicle? How to set up the capacity of the container is placed on the top of the AGV. How to set up the capacity? How to define the speed of the AGV? And you can define specify to the capacity and the speed, right? And the size of the AGV, right? Okay, you must find out the transporter because AGV is a transporter. You find out that the object, right? That the object MU object from the left library, right? Okay, you're going to find out this over here. Double click on this object, right? It's the MU transporter. MU transporter. Okay, this is a dialog box, right? In the first attribute is the property, right? Define the size, define the speed of the AGV. If you need to define the spark capacity, you can define using the second tab, right? Second tab is load bay. The load bay allow you define the size, right? And the method to define the size of the capacity of the AGV you use about defined by the axis, right? The x-axis, right? Define the right the number of the column, number of right the column is one column, is one piece, right? One part, right? Three column. Right now, this is the default, right? It show you and you counting about x, y, z. You get the galaxies 12 part, right? This is a 3, right? 3 is the x-axis, right? And y, right? Okay, another direction. Y 2, right? 2. Y is 2, and z, and z 2, right? And the first level, you got this probability. You got 6. You got 6. The another level, okay, double capacity become to 12, right? It's 12 the number, right? Okay, if I use just 2, okay, I need to 8, right? No, 8. 2, okay, 8, right? X2, Y2, right? Another level, one level you got 4 parts, and second level another 4 parts, right? Become to 8, right? 8. Okay, I just use it and try 1 2 3, right? 8, right? And x become to 2, right? Two column x, right? Y, another axis, right? 2 2 3 4, right? Okay, this is 8, right? Okay, still use this zero box, right? Okay, load bay, oh, you got it. And this one is the option, the store, okay, everything right. I did it. I defined it already. Is so, right? How many the container can be support about a number of the parts, right? And if you use another tag, right? Tag mean you can use another transporter press on top of the transporter one, okay, this is below one, and another press on the top, and the top have the line, have the track line on the top of the transporter number one, right? Okay, the line is the same, right? Same, okay, right, 2 level. Okay, another special case, right? And right now mostly use the store, right? Store, okay, the store way to cap the part to and to the HEV, right? To the HEV use the store, right? Okay, this is very simple. Another tab, right? Attribute you can define speed of the HEV. Right now the default one use just only one, right? You can change to half of the default, right? 0.5 meters per second. And this one, the size, right? The size, MU size of the HEV, right? If you need to HEV default one, okay, very bigger and too large, right? Too big, right? You can reduce the size, right? Depend on you which one, length, width, height. Each one you need to adjust and define. Okay, HEV should be this size for length, for width, for height, right? Okay, up to you. For me, I just I need to adjust just only the length, right? Become to 1.2, okay, all of this. Okay, apply, okay, and play again. Okay, it's lower speed, right? Lower speed. Okay, shorter, right? It's shorter. Okay, HEV shorter than original. Right? Okay, and double click again in transporter. And another thing, another option. Okay, I introduce you about special function, special parameter. You will set up the HEV light for reality of the HEV. When the HEV can move uh, right, the begin and add up about the speed, right? Using about acceleration, right? Acceleration. Okay, you will you will add up acceleration, acceleration, add this function, add the acceleration function to the HEV, right? Because you need to set up the simulation HEV. Okay, either acting and add the speed, right? Write the reality, right? Okay, use the acceleration to that HEV, right? Okay. You use this one 0.1. Okay, good. If you want, okay, I think too much, right? I think, okay, you will set up 0 0. Yes, one. Okay, it's 0.01 meter per second. Okay. Try acceleration. Click. Okay. Back. Play. Okay. It start. Okay, it's rolling slow and gradually increase the speed, right? Because depend on the acceleration value, right? You would set up before, right? Either C 0.01, and you can add up. You need to increase the speed quickly, right? And add the acceleration more. Right now, uh, okay, this is try to imitate the physical HEV, right? For real. Okay, start is slow, run very slow, and gradually increase the speed to the maximum speed, right? Okay. Something you should know about some case, right? You defined it before about the maximum capacity, right? This is the capacity of the HEV, right? Vehicle, but in some way, uh, some situation you need to supply the part, right, to the HEV. Okay, not go to about the maximum. Maximum is capacity. Maybe you need to less than the maximum. Okay, feed and or supply the part to the HEV, right? Maximum is if you remember 8, right? Right now I did set up about capacity the 8, right? Maximum number of the parts. And right now some situation I need to supply the part to the EAGV, right? The 5 parts, right? How to do that, right? Okay, you're going to about transfer station, right? You going the tab advanced attribute, right? Okay, advanced attribute, you see about the load and unload, right? Unload, and right now is the default parameter is the tick on the all, right? It's all. If you click off, right? The tick off turn off of the option all, right? And this one -1. Okay, I change to 5. Apply. Okay, test. Okay, stop at 5. Right? Stop at 5. Unload is all, right? Because never unload limited about number of the part, right? I unload it, use the option all, right? So if you need to set up about unload, right? Limited number to unload to the buffer. Okay, you click on here and going to attribute, right? And set up. And right now I prefer using about this parameter. Okay, and unload is on off the part. Okay, put into the buffer is one time, right? Okay, all right? Not limited number of the part, right? Okay, and let me turn back, right? And going to about this transfer session, right? This one is transfer session and files, right? And this is specific type, right? And right now I write the basic code. It's don't focus on the open table. If you need because it's specific, right? You can define about HUVA for part A, HUVB for part B, HUVC take on of the part A and part B on of the part type to the HUVC, right? Okay, this you can specific, right? Specific is it's a special case and use this specific type and define the table, right? Okay, this is harder than this basic, right? Okay, I need to skip over this function first. And another option is advanced control. Advanced control, if you need to set up the worker, is carry on the work part, the work piece and part, right, from the transfer station over here, right? You need to use the worker pick up the part from the station, from the transfer station, and go and carry on to the HEV, right? HEV container, right? By the worker, you can take this, right? Open station, define the importer, the same process, right? I taught you before. Assign about the broker, you that dot object broker workplace, right? And worker pool, all of that, right? Okay, you already have knowledge that way before. Okay, I need to cancel. Another the control. Okay, open. Okay, okay, finish. The basic cost, right? And this one transporter, and that's parameter I said, right? I said it is 0. Maybe you could confuse about what about this type if the track I told you about the track is create on the top of the transporter and AGV number 1, right? Maybe it's transporter number 1 and transporter number 2. Okay, walk and drive around of the track, right? Created on the top of the first transporter, and the transporter number 2 go around, right? And running driving around off the track, right? Okay, what happened, and if you look at the shape 3D of the HEV, very small, right? Very small. And actually that is just a 3D model. You can import import the 3D model from outside, from the CAD program, right? Import to the past simulation. Maybe transporter is very big, right? Very big one, right? It's not the same the HEV, right? The original model, right? Transporter included about lift and wheel hall type, everything. It can be transporter, right? And truck something. Nice. You can, very depend on the 3D model. Right? If you add up the new 3 model, okay, maybe it very big and a lot of the space on the top, right? You can use the track and line, right? Have the conveyor placed on the top, right, on the top of the transporter number one, right? Place the conveyor press on the top, right? And the transporter number one is really big, right? Very wiry, right? Something like that. And you can create a line, create the conveyor on the top, right? Okay, something like that. Okay. You can and the speed more. Okay, the speed simulation is not speed of the HEV, right? Okay, so right now you have gotten the model, right? You set up the transporter, you set up the transfer station, and how many part load and unload to the process, right? And depend on second time of the station. And right now you need to know about how many percent the buffer usage in this process, and depend on the second time, depend on the speed of the vehicle, HEV, and how many part, right? How many part the HEV, right, load to the buffer, and all of this you need to know about uh, about the buffer area, buffer space should be set, right? Okay, you need to know about that. You must pass on the analyze tool from the user interface, right? It's going to drag up to here, one, and drag up to another one, right? Drag up another chart, right? Oh, okay. I will set up about chart to over here and that's the buffer because I forgot on the buffer, right? You need to know about and how much space, right, enough for this process, right? If the condition you set up and assume about, okay, right now I will set up the one vehicle, right, and the number, okay, I need to change something, right? Attribute, okay, become to all again, okay, you should know about this. And right now I will set up 8 parts, right? The transfer station loading to the HEV, right? uh, okay, display, right? Okay, again, buffer that up to here, right? Occupancy, right? Okay, right now auto occupancy, it display, right, the bar chart, right? In to the my display is first one. Another one that up to the chart number one, and occupancy same thing. Okay, and this chart I need to set up the different type, right? Display different type is the Potter, right? It's Potter. Click OK, apply OK. Potter, it show up, right? And this one, double click on here, use okay, I will use this last chart uh, to be analyzing about the station work, right? When the station you operate some product, right? How much is performance using the station, because station, okay, need to get the some part, right, the raw material from the buffer. If the buffer is gone, right, never have the part inside of the buffer, if that situation the effect to the station, right? Okay, I need to know about the performance of the station. Okay, click OK, like this. Okay, right now I will show up, run the simulation. Let me turn back in. Okay, you notice, observe to the start time, and this the buffer never have the spare part. You will have the part, right, start up at the buffer, or send to the buffer, because the station at the start time, the station never have the part, right? It will have the part inside of the buffer, and the station, right, the machine waiting the some part come in to produce and fix it and assemble something, right, depend on the work at the station. And the first time they will have the material, right, they will have the part the station need to do, right, because they will have the part inside of the buffer, right. Okay, you notice like this. Okay, you see it's empty, right, it's empty, and the wait time, right. And okay, after the AGV come in and loading to, right, loading to the buffer, okay, they're operating by the machine, okay, scroll up the working time, right. And the gray bar is the meaning of, well, waiting, the part, right, in the part from the buffer. And right now, okay, you see it's empty already, right, it's empty already. The this time is empty, and the station is waiting, right, is waiting the part, right, inside of the buffer. This is the point, right, the point. Okay, you see, looking back to the first bar chart. First bar chart is okay, is the x-axis. It is show up on the number of the MU, number of the part, right. Number of the part, right. Okay, maximum is keep into the storage, right, buffer. It's just only 6, right. 6, it's 6 is not 8, right. And the maximum capacity of the AGV, it can be whole, can be carry the 8 part, right, and it's dumped to the buffer, right, come to the part of that to the buffer. And okay, it reduce depend on the second time use 10 seconds, 10 seconds, reduce, right. And right now it's waiting, the station is waiting. And most of the time when you look at back to the buffer is mostly it show up 0 part, right, mean that empty is just empty situation is the wrong time, right. And because AGV cannot catch up the time unload to the buffer, it cannot, right, because the buffer is waiting the AGV it come back again, right. Okay, not good. The waiting time is okay. We come back. I will check it out. How many capacitor? Uh, capacitor of the buffer, and the default defined it to 8. Right? Is the maximum of the capacity of the buffer, right? Okay. And if I show again. Okay, we show about this, right? Mostly in the on the simulation time, right, is the maximum. Is not because it's used this storage used just only 6, right. it it didn't use 8, right. 8 is the maximum of the storage area, right. It's storage space, right. I call that its capacity. It never reach to the 8, right, the 8th part, right. Okay, right now is if we now for this, okay, let's the process, okay, the station is waiting about the empty, right, waiting about AGV is come in and unload to the buffer again, right. You're loading to the buffer again, right. And right now, even now for allow of the parameter like this, okay, you just use 6 enough, right. Set the quality to 6, right, because it's important when the real situation. You need to repair about the space of the buffer to keep the storage and less the some part to this area, right? Again, if the spread is crossed, right, it's crossed as well. That means you need to know about how many and how much space you need to be planning to keep about parts, right? The part in your process, right? And this time the more is used, this the buffer uses, right? Uh, you look at this and this is the use just 6, right? I use maximum, and this time is empty, right? Empty buffer. Okay, it's wrong time. It's on way mostly time. It's just empty, right? And however, all of this, okay, maximum it can be kept about part just 6 enough, right? Okay, this waiting time is not good, right? I told you about before, right? Okay, this is waiting time. If I turn back and I need to increase about this. If I use 2, right? Okay, I try to use this integration again. This one. Okay, play again. Okay, still have the the short time. The buffer is empty, right? The short time is empty, right? Short time is empty. You can adjust, right? Up to you. You can try to use the pen simulation, the simulate the parameter, spatial parameter. Okay, reflect your idea, and you're going to use some parameter, set up different and compare together, and which one is better. You select on that. Okay, this is the model. In this time, okay, it's quite balancing and it had the empty situation of the buffer, right? The buffer. If you increase the speed of the AGV, right? Speed of AGV, it maybe it's good, right? Because it's okay. Let's say let me increase, right? Increase to 3 AGV. 3. What happened if I use the HEV uh, to 3, right? To 3 HEV. I use that now. Okay, unload to the buffer. Load to the buffer. Okay, waiting. Right, situation is touch and cache, right? And the waiting the unload, right? Unload working, unload work from the HEV, right? In front of another, right? In front of another, it's unload finish and other HEV, okay, going to the sensor point and unload, right? Yeah, right. The HEV process, right? Go around each track and have the waiting situation, right? Because the buffer, okay, the buffer can be kept about a part inside just maximum capacity 8, right? Maximum is 8, right? 8 it cannot after that, right? And some part else it could not fill into the buffer. It's maximum 8, right? And the part L, okay, waiting the machine get the part to the process, it produce something, right? Finish and okay, new one come in the session again, right? That means this situation you just know about 3 HEV is not good, right? It's overwhelmed about part fill into the buffer, right? Okay, you see this. Okay, never have and reduce. You never have and the 0, right? And mostly use just 8, right? It's just 8. Kept kept the part number of 8, right? To inside of the buffer, right? It makes sense. And the you see it, you see it. LED, right? LED is bulb. Okay, it's red. Red mean yellow mean okay waiting. Right the bottom next is not flow smooth, right? Bottom next because the AGV waiting. The first one finish and the second come in, right? And it not flow smooth, like it's got stuck at the front of the buffer, right? Because it's over uh, well over HEV, right? Okay, this is it. Sorry. I need to know about here again. Okay. Uh, I forgot. Look at this. It still be waiting time in the station, right? Waiting time. Okay, you see, it's the wrong time. It's approach to 100%, and okay, the percent left depend on the storage. It start up at the time, right? Working the time is run start point. Okay, never have the part to the buffer is empty, right? A fill time, right? It's a short time, right? Short time never have the part inside of the storage, right? At the start point, right? Start running is this process, right? And this the working time is a percent, right? Working percent is not perfect, 100%. Okay, let me get back, right? Okay, I reduce to 2, right? 2 is good. Yeah, otherwise it's right. It's overwarm in the buffer. It cannot cannot keep limit on limitation at 8 on 8 part the capacity of the buffer. You can reduce the buffer. Okay, it's 2 is I think it's good. 2 is good. Apply and okay. You can adjust the interval time, right? The first one and second, the HEV, right? In the gap period time. I click OK. And if you, okay, you try, okay, double click on here. If I set up about -1, it's unlimited. The space, the area for storage, right? For storing about the part come inside, right? Fill inside of the buffer space. Okay, unlimited, right? What happened? I will show you if you need to know about this situation is okay. Few unlimited, right? When unlimited, and the first chart, right? Okay, increase the first chart to 11 because the buffer uses, right? And right now it's unlimited. The buffer usage it can be extension. It's extend, right? Extend. It's bigger, right? It can be get the part unlimited as well, something like that. Choose something. If you add the 3 AGV, right? The 3 AGV, okay, add up, right? Okay, I show you, I come back to 10 to 3. I need to know what happened with this situation. It come back to 3. okay, it's extension, and okay, this right, the extend is unlimited, right? Because the buffers can be receive the part unlimited as well, right? Like this. Okay. This occupancy of this way it cannot use the parameter fill in the -1 unlimited, and this occupancy this situation you must use about limited capacity of the buffer, right? And this way is not good, right? Okay, we come to 8 cent, and I need to reduce. I reduce to 12. Yeah, you see this graph. This graph. Okay. Here, things. Let me reduce side. You see this one. Okay, I repair again. Okay, look at the chart. Number two, the second chart. All right, the potter. The potter is showing in the small range. All right, small range. Okay, let me double click on here. I will set up the axis. Okay, I will fill in the star, right? It can be moved up, moved down, very flexible, depend on the data come in this chart. Okay, use this. Okay, try again. Okay, try again. Great. I use this and increase speed. Okay, right here, swing up, and the x-axis, right? The number, right? Number, and this time, y-axis is time, right? Time is the number of the MU, right? Go up, go down, right? The number is increased, right? Okay, this is the number of the MU part, right? Kept inside of the buffer right now 40, right? And the increase go on go on the number is increase up, it's more and more, right? Okay, like this. Okay, I'm back. By the way, you can adjust the viewpoint, right? You can use the mouse, right? Create, right, the window selection, right? When you need to zoom in, right? Zoom in, right? Okay, zoom in. If you need to turn back, right? If you press Z button, right? Z button back to the original, right? Okay, I need to play again. You need to zoom in, right? Yes, right? Oh, let's see, zoom in. Sorry, this zoom in, right? Okay, zoom in again. Right there, and okay, this is on the real situation, and this is a swing back, right? Go up and go down, right? Because go up, the time use accumulate, right? Accumulate the part inside of the storage, inside of the buffer, use the time go up, right? 8 seconds, right? And when the session, okay, get the part, right? Get the part one by one, okay, produce, finish, send to the output, did it again and send to the output, right? And storage reduce, right? Is it add up, and the time, right, is go down, right? go down because the the storage is reduced, right? And the price size is reduced. And add up again and go up again, right? And go down, go up like this. Okay, you can zoom and turn back to see, right? Okay, the occupation histogram, right? Okay, quite balancing, right? Okay, return back. If you need to feed supply the part, right, at the start start up the process, right? I need to feed supply the part, write the storage, write the stock, right? Okay, this part start up, right? I need to feed part start up to the buffer, right? Before the AGV, okay, get the part from the transfer station. Transfer station is the start point, stop and loading to the AGV, right? Before that, I need to use the supply, the sort another supply the part startup, right? I pass it into the buffer, right? Okay, I need to do that. I need to do that. Okay, let me close it. Turn back to material 4. I add up the sort, right? Okay, and I need to set up and to change the name to be uh, past start, right? Okay, source start. Okay, source start. Click OK, right? And the number I need to fix up to fix the value to the number of the part start, right, to the buffer. I need to change, right? And let me try to use the simulation, okay, and analyze from the chart. All right, okay, connector P2 here, right? Okay, okay, in whether the part start fill into the buffer enough or not, right? Oh, not enough, right? Not enough. Okay, turn back. Not enough. Going to 15. Okay. Right, 100%, right? It's 100% already. Oh, it's uh, okay. It's gone, right? Sometime okay, reduced already. Right, it's empty. Right, some period of time the buffer to be empty. Right, to be empty, you need to adjust, right? Adjust a little bit. Or maybe you set up about the interval, right? Okay, I will use this. Another way, I think the another way a lot, right, to change change the parameter and change the parameter, right? It can be use that, right? You try by yourself and which one okay important and have the significant it not affect to another parameter, right? You can use that. It's better. And if I use this, take a little bit time. To 2 seconds. It's interval, right? Okay, is it better or not? Okay, have empty, right? Okay, it's not keep constant velocity, right? Okay, it's empty. Okay, it's not constant loop running, right? It's not constant loop running. You can fix it, right? You can try adjust, right? and adjust the transporter, adjust the loading time, unloading time, right? Okay, adjust that. Okay, let me here and double click on here, and this one adjust loading time, right? Use the 2 second. If I want use 1 sec. Okay, apply this here. You can try and learning by doing. Which one is got significant, right? You can in the real process. Uh, all good. And you set up that. Okay, let me try. Use it. Okay. You see it here. Maybe instead set up about the parameter you will use add up the speed of the AGV, right? You can, right? Okay, smooth is keep 100% something like that, right? You can adjust and try by yourself. Increase the speed of the AGV, right? And add up the sort, right? The sort supply the parts start more, right? And to 20 part, right? What happened in that situation? You can use the simulation, simulation is the your idea, right? Okay, use simulation, reflect and your idea is good or not good, and the parameter is significant, you change your process at all, right? Okay, I click on here. Okay, keep smooth and balancing already, right? And keep the station keep constant and 100% working, right? Okay, I close. I will rest for a new case, right? There's a problem for the new case of this process, right? Okay, if I define the period time for the working in this process, I define 2 hours. Periods 2 hours, right? Within the period 2 hours, is the buffer is must must not be empty. Must not be empty. Keep okay. Keep have the part inside of the buffer, and the station in the station is never have been waiting about part inside of the buffer. That means it's not waiting. It's perfect 100% of the session, right? It's working 100% because inside the buffer is not empty, right? Within 2 hours, right? And I force the process use only uh, one AGV, right? I just try it first, right? One AGV. Okay, what happened? You set up the 2 hour, right? Apply 2 hour, right? 2 hour. Okay, click on the control. Just I define number of stock 50. Okay, uh, 50 start part, right? It can be key, right? It can be key. It's protect. It's empty, right? And enough for 2 hours or not. I define the 50 first. Okay. Oh, okay. I forgot that. Double click H1. Okay. It save the money. Okay, here the money I've used is just only one. Okay, it can be used in the period of time 2 hours and keep the buffer stay the part inside, right? Oh, cannot, right? Okay. I need to use the display. Display information for user interface, right? Okay, I drag up to here, right? And display the throughput, right? And this one, display the buffer. Okay, let me use this. Double click on here. I use it 100. Okay, supply the start part, right? Okay, let me show this. Show. Right? Okay, 8. This one. Show. Okay, keep reduce, increase, right? Swing up, down, right? And this one keep 100%. Okay, good. Right now, okay, not enough, right? Not enough already, right? Okay, still 45 for 40, 50 minutes, right? Okay, it cannot enough for 2 hours, right? That's on 2 hours. Okay, okay, reduce. Okay, let's go set up the new. I need to use the two HEV, right? And this one, okay, you keep it, apply, okay, keep the same. Check it out. Okay, fit flutter. 1 hour. 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour. 130. Okay, 2 hour. Okay, it's good. It's good, and still be 100% of the station, right? And the machine station is 100% performance, right? Okay, this uh, the way to use, right? To use uh, to use its consideration to analyze your idea. You see the throughput got 719, right? 703, and the stock kept in the 2 hours at six parts, and you got the idea. If you looking at it's a process, the ATV running around of the track, right? And in some situation, okay, it's cash behind of the first ATV, right? I need to adjust and come back. Adjust this. Uh, okay, it's more. 3, right? 3 seconds. Okay. Let me 4. Right. Okay, I need to increase the speed, right? Simulation speed, right? Got it. Got it. Okay. Good. It's smooth. All right. Okay. Then back. Okay. I need to save one time. Okay. Process. So this. Okay. You can try to uh, put in the parameter related on your thing, your idea, because have a lot of the parameter defect together with another, right? No problem. You will try, right? You fill in the parameter. Okay, you think about that, and learning by doing the parameter and use the tools, the pen simulation. Okay, measure and analyze, right? And reflect it, and the result relate on your idea or not. You can try.